What's up, guys? Trying something new. Um, and what we're trying is I'm going to be filming just this board. And then you'll see a little bit of the play area. So, I don't know, I just haven't liked how far all the important stuff has been. So let's bring it in, right? Let's bring it in. And today we're not going to be using the regular dice. We're going to be using the tier dice. This will be my first time playing with the tier dice. First time playing with the tier dice correctly, because the first couple times I played with it, I honestly just didn't even read the rules. So I just assumed what the tier dice would be, because I knew that the tier dice was included to make the game a little more easier, to sway more in the player's direction, because based on my videos, based on my other playthroughs off camera, I will say the killer wins most of the time. And so when the tier dice were announced, the point was to close in that gap between who would win between the killer or the final girl. And so I assumed that every time you roll a tier on your dice, you get a tier on the tier board. But that is not the case. The case is instead, if you choose a failed result on the action card. See, I was going to put this up there. So this is weird. This is foreign to me, having the killer and location board closer to me. I just wanted to try it out because I don't know. Seems like you get a more better idea of what's going on, you know. But so when you choose a failed result on an action card, so let's say like I roll the dice. Say I'm in the red, right, and I'm only rolling one die, and I play a weak attack, I'm desperate, and I roll a tier. I'm gonna have to choose that failed result, so I automatically would get that tier. Now let's say I roll two dice, and this is my result. It's a tier and a star. Well, I'm gonna pick the star, and not the failed result. So it's I don't know if there's better terms for this, but I'm just gonna say the okay success. The okay success and the fail. So because I rolled the star, it's the okay success. So I don't get that tier because I didn't choose the failed result. And I've been playing it the other way, where if I did that roll and I choose the okay success, I would automatically get that tier as well, which is not how it's supposed to be played. But with all board games, you have to fail in order to learn. So that is how I found out about the tiers. And also I find it fitting because I didn't upload last week, and I'm sad about it. So I'm using the tier dice this video. But the good news is we are going to be getting 2 Final Girl videos this Friday, which is today, because I'll be uploading this on Friday. But you're going to be getting 2 videos, so after you watch this video, go check out the other one that was uploaded. I don't know, when I go and choose my killers and my maps, I don't plan it out. I just randomly choose it and decide, okay, that's what I want to do. there are times where there's these Final Girl challenges, these Final Girl weekly challenges in the Discord, the Final Girl Discord, that I've uploaded one of those challenges on this channel. On It's my most viewed Final Girl video too, so maybe I might do more of those. I don't know. Right now I kind of just like spur of the moment. Let's play a random killer, random location, and just go with it. And I think that's what I'll be doing for a while, just because I just like it like that. And yeah. So I was busy last week because what is there? An idiot. So last week I was celebrating my birthday, doing a lot of stuff. I went to Disneyland, well, more so California Adventure, but did all that, had dinner with people, all that good stuff. And I just didn't have time to make a video or stream. So here I am. I'm back at it, making sure to try and stay as consistent as possible with Final Girl. I get a bunch of hearts. I haven't even chosen my Final Girl. I'm probably going to choose somebody from season 1 because that's the only box I have open right now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So yeah, we're fighting the Intruders, which is basically a play or a spoof off of the Strangers. Okay, cool. And because of that, we're fighting 3 killers at the same time, who each have 6 health. And each will have a final health token as well. So that is also something to keep in mind. Put that over there. Just got to set up the victims, and we are good to go. Oh no, we're not, because we don't even have a Final Girl. This game's not called Final Guy. I can't just go in there alone. I gotta choose my Final Girl. Alright, let's set up the victims here. So we have 2 up here. 2 right there. Well, 1 at the water tower. So yeah, we're playing on Utopia, which means we're going to have to deal with sand snakes. Which is a play on Tremors. The movie Tremors, if you've seen it, it's an awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, it's still an awesome movie, so check it out. Okay. Alright. I'm just going to pick a random Final Girl from Season 1. Because I guess it makes sense since we have the location from Season 3, Killer from Season 2, and then we're going to do Final Girl from Season 1. So I'm going to look away and choose, shuffle the cards, see who I will play as. I don't really know any good Season 1 Final Girls, but hopefully it's this one, Nancy. I don't like to look at the ultimate abilities until we flip it over. Alright, awesome. Now we need her hearts. And then we can get started. So she's at 4 health. Okay, we also need to choose final health tokens. Let me know, guys, if you like me setting up the game on stream, or do you want me to start the stream with it already set up so that we could just get into playing? I don't know. I like recording, like setting up, so that if I were to go back and watch it, I know I didn't rig it. But I know that I don't rig my games because I mean it is a board game. It doesn't matter if I win or lose. I could rig it all I want, but I'm still the same person I was before I played the board game, you know? Anyways, I think we are ready. We just need the final girl miniature out here. And then I forgot how we spawn the intruders. Forgot how we spawn the intruders. So final girl spawns there. So let's look at it here. Let's look at it here. Place all 3 killer meeples on the killer start location on the indicated. Okay, so the active killer goes on Trish. So they all start at the old road, ready to intrude. The intruders are ready to intrude. Alright, and I kind of understand how to play as them now. Okay, then the active killer is Trish, and who is Trish? See, I wish that it would show like a picture. So, but it's the red killer. So it's this one, red killer. Because if you're not cool like me and don't have the miniatures, you would be using the meeples it comes with. Let's see here, little meeples. But I got miniatures. So screw those meeples. All right, I think we're ready to get started. Let's remove these final health tokens out of here. We're going to be using the tier dice on side B, just because I don't know, I wanted to be great. Alright, so let's see what is, so we got dehydration as the starting event card. At the end of the planning phase, reset your time to 5 unless you end the phase with 1 or more time left over. It's good to know. So if you end the phase with 1 or more time left over, you don't apply that effect. So if you basically you have to end the planning phase with 1 or more time left over. Oh damn, so that's the buying phase. Okay, interesting. Okay, well, my time starts at 6 as always. We are very close to the killers, which is pretty crazy. Let's see here. You may play a search action card while adjacent to a search space to immediately move to that space and resolve the search card action. Oh crap. The old map, huh? The old map is a good one. And that's at the sheep farm. Well, we're probably not going to get that, because we have to get through the killer. We could head to this rock right here to then save that victim. Just what I might do. Get an early save. Alright. Yeah, let's try and do that. So we're gonna, oh wait, we gotta set the horror. The horror is at 3. We're at 3 horror. We're going to walk. On 2 dice. Let's see. It's hopefully a star, and I think we're gonna discard those 2 cards so that we're gonna discard the 2 focuses so that we can make that a great success, and we can move 2 spaces. So our time goes down to 5, and we're going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2, and we're going to save that guy. And we're with that, ooh, we can move 2 spaces. We can move 2 spaces to pick those guys up and save them, which is what we're going to do. So move 2 spaces. 1, pick them up. 2, to save them. And with that, we're going to get 2 time, which puts us at 7 time. And then we're going to take the planning action card. That's what's on Nancy's save board. Okay, we're good. We're doing good. We're at 7 time. We don't have a lot of cards in our hand. I feel like we should just end our turn to try and get more cards to buff us up. Because we start the game at 3 horror. We're 2 spaces away in the green. We could get a distraction, which would be nice. And then we have 4 time left over to get a sprint and a search, which is what I'm looking at there. All right, okay. So let's do this, okay? So we're gonna end our action phase. We're gonna go into the planning phase. We're at 7 time. I'm gonna go down by 3. Puts us at 4 time. They give us a distraction. And then, since we have 4 time, I'm gonna spend, oh wait, we have dehydration. Oof, forgot about that. It just resets the time to 5 instead of 6. Whatever. Yeah, let's do it. So we're spending our 4 time to buy a sprint and a search. This puts our time at 0. And because of the dehydration event card, we have to start our time at 5. Because our time was below 1 at the end of the planning phase. Alright, so killer's turn. So all killers will attack in their space, which there's no victims in their space. So then we draw a terror card. And this terror card is, we're all going to die. There are no victims on the board. Okay, there are. So move the active killer towards the nearest victim, which is this one. And then they kill it. They kill the victim. Bloodlust goes up. Horror increases by 2. That sucks. And then the active killer goes down to Baghead. And then it's going to move towards the nearest victim, which would be this guy, and kill him, which increases the bloodlust. That sucks. Alright. Well, back to us. If we can go to from the crossroads to the first aid kit, that would be nice. Or maybe there's something better than that first aid kit. Distraction would be nice. I think I'm just going to use the distraction. Alright, still rolling 2 dice. Let's see what we got. Oh, no. Well, if we take it as a fail, we lose 4 time. Horror goes up by 1, and we get, or no, we don't get any tears, so there's no tears. Yikes. Alright, well, we could discard our short rest and weak attack to make it a 1 success. So horror goes up or goes down by 1, time goes up by 1. Awesome. Then let's sprint. Gonna sprint. Wow. You kidding me? I kind of don't have things I want to give up. I mean, we could do the walk and planning. Discard those 2. So that we move 2 spaces, but we lose 1 time. I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. And then lose 2 time. Awesome. Alright. So now we just have a search. But I don't know if I want to use it. Because again, we don't have cards that we can discard and things like that. So I'm just going to stay as is. I'm going to get the free cards. And we're already there. We could get a sprint and a search because we do have 4 time. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Sprint and a search because they're both 2 time. And our time will start back at 5 because of dehydration. And let's see here. Now it's the killer's turn. Draw a terror card. Active killer moves to the closest victim or final girl. They're moving 2 spaces. The active killer is Baghead. He's going to move there. Oh, you know what? I forgot the sand snakes. The whole reason we're on this map. I forgot the sand snakes in the last round. So, we're going to resolve them now. So we draw 2 cards. So we do this during the upkeep phase, I think, or at the end of the upkeep phase. So we got a sand snake attacks the old road. The sand snake does 1 damage to 1 target on that space using the following priority. The old road, which is right here. Boom. So deals 1 damage to this guy. Little goblin guy. Gonna take 1 damage. Awesome. Okay, that's that sand snake card. And then this one, a sand snake attacks the crossroads. Okay, the sand snake does... Okay, there's nobody in the crossroads. Alright. Now it's the terror card. Here it is. Alright, so we already did that. Or, no, we didn't. Let's move the sand snake. So, Baghead moves. Kills this guy. Bloodlust goes up. Active killer token moves up. Targets the closest victim or final girl. It's this guy, right? Yeah, so boom. Boom. Kills him. Bloodlust goes up. Horror goes down. And then horror goes down again. Wow. The strangers are no joke, man. Don't mess with the strangers. Alright. So now it's back to... Or no, the strangers are done. And it's going to be the sand snake's turn. So we draw 2 cards. So after resolving and discarding the other sand snake card that were drawn, shuffle this card and all cards in the sand snake discard pile. Okay, whatever. A sand snake attacks the trailer park. Where's that at? Oh, it's right there. Nobody's there. Doesn't do anything. And then we shuffle all the sand snake cards back. Alright. And back to us. So now we're going to search. Going to search. Something good, please. 2 successes. That's a great success. Take the top 2 cards of your space, which is the bunker. So we're going to choose between the first aid kit and the seismometer. Once during each action phase, you may look at the top 2 cards of the sand snake deck. You are only attacked by the sand snakes if there are no other targets in your space. Okay. Interesting. I think first aid kit is much better long term. So I got the first aid kit. Alright. We do have another search that we can use, which I might do. Yeah, let's do another search. We need more items. We need more stuff to help us defend against the intruders. Ooh. We have to discard. Let's discard our 2 focuses. Or a focus and a walk. Yeah, let's discard a focus and a walk. So that... Oh, I forgot to move my time down when we searched. So we're at 4 time. And we just take the top item card, which is the seismometer. Awesome. So you may look at the top 2 cards of the Sand Snake deck once during the action phase. So I can use that now. I can look at the top 2 cards of the Sand Snake deck. Oops. So it's going to be, they're going to attack the scrapyard. Okay, which is right next to us. And then it's going to be a shuffle, which kind of sucks, but all right. We could sprint, or we could hang out here and wait for our next turn so that we could do stuff. We have 4 time. Or no, we searched twice, so we should have 3 time. We have 3 time. I'm going to end the turn, go to the planning phase, and I'm just going to buy a sprint. Take my free cards, which means we're at 1 time, which means we've kept hydrated, so we go back up to 6 time instead of 5. All right, now it's the killer's turn. So all killers are going to attack. Nobody's in their space. Terror card. Damn it, we're in the red. Okay, there are no victims on the board. Okay, killer token moves down. So that Baghead's gonna move and kill. Move and kill. Bloodlust goes up. No remorse. Let's see what this is. No remorse. Roll a die at the start of each upkeep phase. If the result is greater than the number of killers. Bloodlust. Oh, fuck. That sucks. At the start of each upkeep phase. Okay. Well, their turn's done. So now it's the start of the upkeep phase. Or no, it's panic phase. Doesn't apply. So upkeep phase. If it's greater than 3, the bloodlust goes up. And it is not greater than 3, so we're good. But now we do the sand snakes. We already know what they are. Nothing's in the scrapyard. And we have to shuffle them again. This is going to be a long game. It feels like. Alright. Now it's back to us. So I'm going to focus so that we can maybe get our horror up. We got a tier, which means we lose 2 time and we get a tier. So 1, 2, and we get a tier. That sucks, because I almost don't want to do anything else. Because it could just screw me over. I'm just gonna end my turn, and I'm gonna buy a distraction. Take my free cards, and because I was at 4 time, I bought a distraction, which is 3 time. I'm still at 1, so I am still hydrated. All right, that kind of sucks, but killer turn. Active killer token moves up. Little goblin boy hasn't been able to move at all. If they're okay, so then that guy's going to move to the closest victim and kill him, which will be at the mountain pass. and kill him. Goes up, which horror goes up as well, but it can't because I'm in the red, so bloodlust is going to go up again. All right. And then horror, bloodlust goes up again. It sucks. Fucking sucks. Okay. Oh wait, we forgot to look at the top 2 item cards, but oh well. Doesn't matter. Scrapyard, nobody's at the scrapyard. The house. Is anybody at the house? Oh, Mr. Baghead's at the house. So Mr. Baghead takes 1 damage. Baghead and Goblin Boy are at 5 health, while Animal Skull guy is at 6 still. So we are all right. We need to get those people from the bunker to the exit so that we could reveal our ultimate ability. So I'm going to try to do a focus. Still only rolling 1 die. We lose 2 time. Oh, but we get another tier. And we can move 1 space by spending 2 tiers. So I don't know if I want to do that. I'm gonna... Yeah, I have to. I'm gonna use distraction. Still only rolling 1 die. Wow. Oops. Whoops. So we have to discard 2 cards, which I'm gonna discard weak attack and short rest. We're still at full health. And I'm going to make distraction a 1 success, which means horror goes down by 1 and time goes up by 1. Fantastic. All right, now we're rolling 2 dice. So I'm going to play a sprint. One success. Discard 2 cards for a success. I'm going to take the 1 success. We're at 4 time, and we're going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. Save these victims. Take a long rest action card. And then we heal 2, but we're already at full health. And now Nancy has her ultimate ability. Each time you lose normal health, you may reveal a black final health token from the general pool and swap it with your black final health token if you wish. If you do not, remove it from the game. You cannot do this while a white final you cannot do this with a white final health token. Interesting. Okay. Each time I lose normal health. Okay, so each time I take damage, I can decide to switch out my final health token. But I don't know what my final health token is, but I do know what the one that I will newly select will be. I do know that one. I will be able to look at that one. That is the whole point of that ability. So, still our turn. Right now, kind of just want to go back to that bunker so that we can maybe get an item. Oh yeah, let's look at the top 2 Sand Snake cards. So Trailer Park. Nobody's there. Old Road. Ooh, the Goblin guy is still there at Old Road. Hopefully he doesn't move, so he'll take another damage. It's good to know. Alright. So... I think I want to go back to the bunker. So I'm going to sprint. One success, which makes us move 2 spaces. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to buy a search. And that puts us at 1 time, which will put us at 6 at the end of the planning phase. Killer's turn. So active killer is That guy, the mountain pass, nobody's there. Sinkhole. The crossroads collapses. Oh no. So there's a sinkhole at the crossroads. Roll a die to see which other spaces collapses. Okay. I'm gonna roll this die. It's a 5. The trailer park collapses. Okay. Place a sinkhole token in the collapse spaces and apply the sinkhole effects. Nobody's there, so we don't have to worry about it. At least the killers don't do anything. Upkeep phase. This needs to be a 3 or less, which it is. Awesome. And sand snakes, which it's old road and trailer park. But because it's because it's already been, the trailer park is collapsed, it attacks the bunker instead, which means we take a damage. But that means we can flip over a token in the final health token pool and see if we want to swap it out. So we're going to reveal this one. Ooh, 1 heart. See, the thing is we could have a 3 heart, but we don't know. And if I swap this out, we do know we have a 1 heart. I'm going to swap it out. I'm going to remove this token. I'm not flipping it over until the end of the game because I'm not supposed to know. But these are the only final health tokens we have left in the item pool. Okay, so that goes as is. Now it's our turn. We're at 3 health. We're in the bunker. We can search and try to get something good. So that's what I'm gonna. Oh, let me fill this up. So I'm gonna try to search. Roll two dice. Ooh, 1 success. Take the top item card of your space. Time goes down by 1. Please be a weapon. Elephant gun may only be used with critical blow. If this card is revealed during setup, swap it with the face-up item card at the bunker. We got the elephant gun, huh? That's awesome. Let me get those little wooden little tokens put on it. Hopefully we can use it. I mean, we have to get the critical blow action card, but so that's it. We can do 6 damage. We can kill one of the intruders with 1 attack of that. That's actually really good. If we can use it. So time, we have to reduce our time. I mean, I'm gonna get it. I think we should just stay where we're at. And I'm gonna discard a card, or should I use a focus? Should I try to use a focus? I'm gonna use the focus, fuck it. I'm gonna use the focus. I never use focuses because I think they're useless. Maybe this will sway me. And it did not. I'm just gonna take that fail actually. Go down by 2 times. So I can get a tier. I know I need that critical blow. I need to discard all these cards to get the critical blow. Which honestly I might do. They move 3 spaces. The active killer is this guy at the mountain pass. 1, 2, 3. Oof, no. No, we gotta get like a guard or retaliate. It's honestly what I'm gonna do. I might discard this long rest, maybe. See, I shouldn't have played that focus. I mean, we could discard. We still lose a time. Well, we lose 1 and then go up. Yeah, let's discard the 2 walks to make it that focus a success. I'm gonna take that tier away. That goes up, and then we just lose. So what? The focus makes us lose how much? 2 time. So yeah, we would be at 4 instead. Okay. And then we're going to end the turn there. Go into the planning phase. Take the free cards. We're at 4. See, at this point, we could get a retaliate. Because honestly, he might be moving towards us. So I think a retaliate is honestly a good play. And then we're going to start at 5 because our time was below 1 by the end of the planning phase. Okay, so now the killers go. Nobody's in their space, so terror card. These two have no idea what they just walked into. Roll a die and place 2 new victims in the following space. Okay, so I rolled a 4, so that I put them in the general store. 2 new victims in the general store. Okay, horror goes down or up by 1, and then event card. I like event cards. When this event is revealed, immediately shuffle the Sand Snake discard pile back into the deck. When drawing for Sand Snakes, resolve 3 snake cards instead of 2. If all 3 cards would result in a victim death, you may choose 1 to ignore. Alright, that sounds fun. So now we immediately shuffle all the Sand Snake discarded cards into the normal pile. Awesome. So now, but we can still, oh no, our action phase is done. But we have to roll for no remorse. We need anything less, 3 or less. Okay, awesome. We've been getting lucky with those. So now we draw 3 Sand Snake cards. So we're just gonna go 1 by 1 here. Sand Snake attacks at crossroads have collapsed. Attack the bunker instead. Fuck, dude, I'm just gonna take the damage. And then we're gonna reveal final health token that's in the pool. It's empty, so don't worry about it. Okay, next card. The electrical tower. Nobody's there. And then the Jeep trail. Nobody's there either. Okay, awesome. Alright, we could short rest. Something I might do. I'm going to short rest, actually. Yeah, it's a good idea. Short resting is definitely a good idea. We still roll two dice. Wow. So I'm going to discard focus and weak attack to make that a success, so that we lose 1 time and we heal 2 because we have the first aid kit. So we're back at full health. And I'm just going to end my turn there. Should I get a search? I mean, there's only 1 card left. We're not doing anything. That's the problem, is nothing's happening. I don't know how to progress right now. Like, I need to move and shoot these guys with the elephant gun. I need to get that critical blow. I have 2 cards that I can discard right now, and I can get that critical blow, but I don't have any defense, because they are dealing 3 damage, and I can get sniped by a sand snake and die. Should I take the risk, discard these 2 cards just for the critical blow? Because we haven't gotten any killer terror cards that have him move, and he will move if we get a killer terror card, which makes me think he's going to be moving towards us, which is why I want to keep that retaliate. You know what? I'm just gonna take the risk. I'm gonna discard those two cards for the critical blow and the free cards. Taking the risk. So now it's the killer's turn. Nobody's in their space. Terror card. There are no victims on any rock spaces. Discard. There's no victims on any spaces. So we go to the next one. The trailer park collapses. If it hasn't already. It's already collapsed. Roll a die to see what other space collapses. 4. The house. Ooh, Baghead's there. The house has collapsed. So because the house is collapsed, so because it's collapsed, when this occurs, any victims in the affected space are killed. You and any enemies in that space take damage. And anyone left there panics until they leave that space. Okay, so Baghead's gonna take a damage. All the damage that these guys have taken have not been from me. It's been from the map. So Baghead takes a damage, and then he's gonna be panicked. So yeah, so we're gonna roll a die for panic. 2. So he's at the general store. Fuck, dude, he's gonna kill those dudes. All right, that's it, right? Where did I put that tarot card? There it is. Okay. So now we roll for no remorse. We got a 3. We're fine. And then the sand snakes. You're drawing 3. If you are on a rock space, you may discard this effect. Discard this card with no effect. The sand snake attacks your space, and he does no damage to us. Alright, so now let's look at the other health token. That's the 3. We're going to take that for sure. Now we have 3 hearts under that final health token. So now we know we're safe. So this is gone. This is just a reshuffle. And then he attacks the water tower. So this guy gets attacked. He gets killed. Bloodlust goes up. Then Bloodlust goes up again. And we're going to be in trouble. Oh, now we have to shuffle the discard. The discarded sand snake cards. This is a long game. This is probably the best game I've ever played. And I know nothing's happened, but so far I don't think I've forgotten any rules or anything about any of the things that are going on. Alright, so okay, now it's our turn. We're still far away. We can only roll 1 die. We're gonna use a focus. Oh, yeah. We're gonna use a focus. So we're only rolling 1 die. And we got a tier. Time goes down by 2. And with that, like, what do I do? Like, do I try and play a critical, or try and play a walk and then a critical blow? No. What I do is I get a planning. I need to just plan, right? That's the whole point. Planning. That's why it's called planning. No, I'm gonna end my turn. Oh, I do need to get out of the bunker though, because the bunker is killing me. Or we can look at the top 2 cards. Let's see here. Yeah, see Crossroads that attacks the bunker. Sand Snake attacks the house. House is already destroyed. Okay. Alright. This is problematic. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna try to walk. If I fail, I fail, you know? I failed, but I got a tier. So I get another tier, and we're at 4, so we can roll 6 dice. So I think if we use the critical blow, we roll 6 dice. Which is nice, but that's like a 1 fucking thing. So I move 1 space, I take a damage, and I lose 2 time, which sucks. But I'm going to discard the walk so that I can gain another time, and I'm going to buy a guard. And then I'm going to take all these free cards, and my time goes back to 6 because we ended at 1 time. And the killer turn. Killer's going to kill this guy. Discard the next terror card. Okay, and that's it. And terror card. Lots of ways to die out here. A rattlesnake appears. You may play action cards that inflict damage if you wish. Then, if the rattlesnake is still alive, oof. So I need to. So he has 1 health. And I have a weak attack. But problem is, I'm rolling 1 die. But if I, because I'm at 2 health, if I take a damage, I can roll 2 dice because I'm at 1 health. So I think I'm going to play the weak attack with the 1 die. Please be a success. Another tier? Oh my god. Well, we have 5 tiers now. Alright, we take 2 damage, so boom. We get the white final health token. And we're at 3 health. And they bloodlust, but it doesn't matter because there's no more terror cards, so which means this gets flipped over. All killers are considered active for the rest of the game before the killer action, starting with the topmost killer. We are fucked. Alright, now we do no remorse. Oh, it's cocked. 3, we're good. Sand snakes. Attacks the Jeep trail. Nobody's there. House. Nobody's there. Bunker. Nobody's there. Oof. We are not in a good position right now. Focus. I'm going to use a focus. These get put there. There. Use a focus to hopefully get some time. Because we're hurting. We're hurting right now. Alright, there we go. Not time, but dice, I meant dice. And then we're going to end the turn to go into the planning phase. Take the free cards. Retaliate would be good. Another guard would be good. We're at 5. I'm going to buy Retaliate. And then that will be our turn. Killers are going to go. This guy's dead. This guy is going to move here. And I'm going to retaliate. And roll 2 dice. Oof. Reduce the damage by 2. If I discard 2 cards, I'm gonna discard. Wait, I shouldn't have a Furious Strike in my hand. I'm gonna discard a focus and a walk, so that I take 1 damage, and so do they. Okay, and then the next one, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. And that's their turn. No remorse. Well, it doesn't matter because the bloodlust doesn't go up, so no remorse is kind of useless right now. Sand snakes. Trailer park. Nothing. Nobody's in the bunker. Sheep farm. Nobody's there. If you want a rock space, okay. Attacks your space. So now I took a damage. Fuck, dude. Now I roll one extra die. We could go for the elephant gun on this guy. Oh wait, we should have bought these. No. Everything is as is. Yeah, let's critical blow. We're rolling 3 dice on the critical blow. We're attacking this guy with the elephant gun. 1 success, or if we discard 2 cards, we can make it 2 successes, which I'm going to do. Discard these 2 cards to make it so 3 damage. Horror goes down by 1, but plus the elephant gun, which I'm going to use the charge, which is an additional 3, so 6 total damage on this guy, the goblin dude. And he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health. But let's see his final health token. Wow, he's got 2 hearts. Fucking asshole, dude. He's alive with 2 hearts. God damn it, dude. Put all my effort into that. Now I'm dead, huh? I'm so dead. I'm gonna buy a guard and a furious strike. That's all I got. That's all I can do. So they're gonna. Oh, I'm so dead. So they're gonna attack me. I'm gonna play a guard. Let's just play it out. So I'll roll 3 dice. Play guard. No stars. So I reduce it by 1, but I'm going to use 4 of my tiers to roll 6 dice instead. Haha! Ignore all the damage from him. Fantastic. And then I'm going to play, this guy's going to move. I'm going to play a guard. I only roll 3 dice. And I'm dead. Fuck. Killed me. Because this guy moved, he attacked, and I got a 0 success. Don't have anything to save me. And I'm at 1 health. Shit. That was a fun game, though. What was this item card? Oh. This was our original final health token. Nothing. Thank God, dude. Canned chili. Cool. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you like this setup better or if you like how I was originally filming it. So let me know. Anyways, guys. Have a good day. Have a good night. Whatever your time zone may be. Don't forget to have a good life. See you guys.